Welcome to SENS Talk. My name is Brandon, and I'm your host. Before we get started, please follow us on Twitter at SENSTalk_ for live updates of all the Senators games and, of course, breaking news as well. Please check out seatgiant.ca and use code SENSTalk to get discounts on your Senators tickets. Tonight's game was against the Boston Bruins in Ottawa. We have some news to talk about those. So major news in the future of the Senators franchise. As we all know, the Senators are in Canada, and their attendance is down, and they are fighting with the National Capital Commission and bidding for the partial land there to get a downtown arena, which would be vital for the franchise remaining in Ottawa. Some big news coming out of the National Capital Commission today. The Rendezvous Group and the National Capital Commission signed agreement in principle, which will lead to a master agreement to redevelop the LeBreton Flats site, which is big news for the Senators organization, Eugene Melnyk, Tom and Salmi. This news, in 8 to 12 months, when it's finalized, and a long time to go, these things take a long time. When this is done, it will solidify the Senators staying in the nation's capital, which is fantastic news. You look at Calgary, there's some very uncertainty of if they're going to stay or not. Well, it would be ludicrous and crazy to move Calgary out of the city, but without an arena, that might happen. And unlike in Calgary, Ottawa is 8 to 12 months away, practically already confirmed, but 8 to 12 months away to be confirmed, having a downtown arena, solidifying the franchise in the nation's capital. Big news for a lowly season for the Senators. Awful season for the Senators. This makes up for everything, practically sealing the deal. The Senators are going to remain in Ottawa. Now, there could be some questions. Will Eugene Melnyk be the owner when they begin developing the land? We will see. His franchise is now worth the most money it's ever been, with a downtown arena practically finalized. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. But realistically, everyone's saying, and I can agree, Eugene Melnyk, if he's going to sell, it's going to be now, and the likelihood of that happening is above 50% in my opinion. Besides that, there are 2 phases to the redevelopment of LeBreton Flats to do the work and redevelopment, and a lot of things need to be done. The arena will be completed in the first phase. Second phase, there's 2 parts they're doing. It was supposed to be 3, and then they made it to 2. So the second part, I believe, is mostly condominiums, stuff like that. I think the first phase is obviously the event center, which would be the Canadian Tire Center, where the Senators will play in downtown Ottawa, and then it will be I think it was the library was involved in that, and the boutiques and shops I think are included in that first phase. I watched the live stream, but I didn't write that down, sorry. But I do believe the library and the boutiques and, of course, the event center will be done in the first phase. Second phase, I believe, is the condominium phase with, the condos and for people to live. Now let's get to the game. Flames Calgary assistant general manager Craig Conray was at the game tonight, and the SENS on Twitter has a source and said they're interested in either Hoffman or Zach Smith. Smith's name has been popping up in trade rumors as of late. Bruce Garrioch added on to the fire for the Calgary Flames, stating that the Flames are very interested in Zach Smith, and they like his grit and they like his efforts. So hopefully Zach Smith will put a good showing on for the Flames tonight, because I like Zach Smith, but he's not producing points. And really, if you look at it, there is a connection in Calgary. Dave Cameron, the assistant coach in Calgary, when Zach Smith was playing under Dave Cameron, he scored 25 goals. So that might be an edge right there for the Senators to get a move a trade in. They got a second-round pick for Curtis Lazar, so maybe a first for Zach Smith. We can dream, but I saw people saying Sam Bennett and stuff. I don't know if you can get Sam Bennett for Zach Smith, potentially. It's a potential for sure, and I would be open to that. You could do Zach Smith for Sam Bennett in a second. All day I would do that, but we'll see. The Senators, I believe, are now 4 or 5 games away from mathematically being eliminated with a loss tonight, so it's really very soon. The Senators are going to start making deals, and hopefully Hoffman won't be dealed. Hopefully, I love Pajot. It's just a franchise icon in a way, the playoff performances, like the Nick Bonino of the Senators, but better. But $3.1 mil cap for the next 2 years, not producing enough. He's good. He can get you a good return. You can trade him. You can replace him with Colin White. Same thing that goes with Smith. You can find some in free agency. Maybe bring Stallberg back from Europe. I don't know. I think you guys and girls know what I'm saying. In this game as well, the Senators honored Chris Neil, who recently retired in December, with a video tribute and a standing ovation. Now, I think they should have done something a little more formal. Maybe a speech at center ice like they did with Brian Murray, with Erik Karlsson, and with Alfie and Chris Phillips. Hopefully they'll do that soon, and hopefully they'll retire his number, because Neil deserves his number to be retired and put to the rafters next to Chris, hopefully in the future Chris Phillips as well, and of course Daniel Offerson. Pajot was in for the first time in a few games tonight. Stone remained out with a lower body injury. To the first period to go. Condon for the Senators, Tuukka Rask for the Bruins. First period, a nice pass from Fanuf finds Chabot, who shoots on net and deflects off a Bruins defender past Tuukka Rask. 1-0 Ottawa. Chabot's first goal at the Canadian Tire Centre in his career from Dion Phaneuf, his fourth of the season. 1-0 Ottawa. Bruins heavily outshot the Senators in the first period, but the Senators up 1-0 to the second. Second period, 11 minutes in, David Heinen, 1-1 tie, assisted by David Pastrnak and Patrice Bergeron, and the Bruins tied up on the power play. Poor Condi, he's had a solid game, no chance there. Third period go, Tom Schaller, glove side, breakaway, shorthanded on a poor defensive breakdown there, assisted by Patrice Bergeron, who somehow is not in the All-Star game. And the Bruins take the lead. It's 2-1. But less than a minute later, Ryan Dzingel one-times it past Tuukka Rask on a beautiful pass from Matt Duchene, assisted by Duchene and Dion Phaneuf. Dzingel's 14th of the season. He is definitely a top six forward. Ottawa ties it up at 2 on the power play. Very, very weird special teams night. And then 6 minutes later, Jake DeBrusk. This, out of the 35 shots before this goal, Condon, big reason the Senators were still in it. This one, not so much. DeBrusk shot at a net and deflected off Condon's stick and into the net. Kind of like the Halak goal where he hit it in against Detroit 5-6 years ago. This was not a good goal. Game winner. Bruins win 3-2. The Senators now lost 5 in a row. And the Bruins now 18 games in a row with at least a point. The final shots on goal of 44-23 Bruins. First period was 27. It really tells you a lot about this game. Power plays, Ottawa went 1 for 4, Bruins went 1 for 1. Face-offs, Ottawa and Boston practically tied. Ottawa with the edge 32-31. Hits for 25-38, Ottawa, very physical game. Two very physical teams. Third star of the game was Mike Condon, the SENS YouTube star of the night. Mike Condon with the loss. He had a .932 save percentage, 41 saves on 44 shots. Second star, Dion Phaneuf with 2 assists. -1 rating, 22-36 on ice. And the first star, Patrice Bergeron, 2 assists, a +1 rating, 18 minutes on the ice. Those are your 3 stars. SENS YouTube star of the night, like I said, is Mike Condon. The attendance tonight was 15,232. And for how bad the Senators are doing, and the fact they're bottom third, the bottom tier of the league right now, not by on paper, just by standings, they should be better than they are playing, obviously. We all can agree on that. They're the third worst in the league. Buffalo is winning recently. Arizona's on a hot streak, so that's good for Ottawa, falling for Dolan. But you know what? The attendance hovering around 14 to 16,000 a night, not including like Leaf games or weekend games, usually around that margin during the week. You can look what happened in Colorado last year. You can look what happened. I know it's a Canadian city, but there's, like I said in my Melnick rant, the city's not getting paid, first off. The Phoenix Bay issue, big issue. And then it's far away, the weather is awful, and the product on the ice is not appealing. So the fact you're getting 14 to 16,000 people a night shows you that the fan base is there, and people that criticize the fan base, I do agree the playoff last year was kind of embarrassing, and this game should be sold out. But the Senators are not a good team right now. And not a good team this season whatsoever. They're very putrid to watch. So the fact there's 14, 16,000 people paying to watch that shows you the commitment in the fan base. But besides that, the next SENS game is coming off after the All-Star break on January 30th against the Carolina Hurricanes, who had a crazy game against the Habs tonight. 11 goals in that game. So that game is in Carolina, and it starts at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, January 30th in Carolina. But besides that, very, very big news day for the Senators with the Rendezvous, LeBreton Flats deal. with the rumors of the Zach Smith potential move to Calgary, and of course the honoring of Chris Neil. So all around, minus the loss, good day in Sens land, and this much closer to Rasmus Dahlin. Higher chances for him. So besides that, thank you all for watching. Please follow us on Twitter at SensTalk_ for live updates of the games and of course breaking news. Please like us on Facebook at SensTalk, add us to our circles on Google Plus SensTalk, click the big red button down there and subscribe to us. Like this video, share the video wherever you share cool stuff. Please check out our website, SensTalkCenter.com. And of course, please check out our sponsor, SeatGiant.ca. Use code SensTalk to get discounts on your Senators tickets. Very, very cheap tickets there. Definitely should use that that website. It really helps out the channel. But besides that, please click right here for the season playlist, right here for the most recent upload, and right here to subscribe to us. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate your support. I'll see you after the All-Star break when Erik Karlsson and the Senators return to play the Carolina Hurricanes in Carolina. I'll see you then. Go Sens go.